Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program. It is exactly 8:50 a.m. This is News and Views right here on Salam Media. And our next guest is Sheikh Saeed Ngane. He is the leader of a new political party called the S.U.N Party. Now, I understand that more and more parties are being started, and this in an effort to give people another voice. Sheikh Saeed, the S.U.N Party leader, has a firm belief that his political party can bring about the change needed to the country. Let's hear what the S.U.N Party is all about, why they've called it the S.U.N Party, and why we should be joining the S.U.N Party as far as Muslims are concerned. Sheikh Saeed, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. My sister Julie Ali, as well as Assalamu alaikum to all your listeners at Salam Media, and Jazakallah khairan for the opportunity.
Congratulations on having the will, the political will, the iman, and knowing that inshallah you are going to go forward starting this party because you truly believe as a Muslim in Harding, in KZN, that there is a dire need for a party that's going to represent Muslims, inshallah, far and wide. How did this all come about, Sheikh?
نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. First of all, I thank Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala, He has made us Muslims, and Allah Ta'ala, He has praised the Muslimin. In the Quran, there's an ayah that Allah Ta'ala is saying that كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس, that we as Muslims were the best of the communities that has been taken out for the benefits of mankind. This does not only refer to the Muslims of the time of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Sahaba alone, or the Tabi'in and Tabi'in, those who followed them, but this ayah talks about Muslims across the board till the day of Qiyamah, inshallah, that we are the best of communities that has been taken out for the benefit of mankind. Benefits of mankind in humanitarian basis, benefit of mankind wherever there is need, benefit of mankind on Hidayah and Iman, and also benefits of mankind politically. It's just that, unfortunately, in South Africa, as Muslims, we have not been very politically active to understand our role. But alhamdulillah, we have been blessed with a lot of resources, and there's a lot of many organizations which are doing government work, helping the needy and doing government work with bursaries and a lot. It's just that we need a little bit of a push behind our backs and sincere people to be in the forefront, and that we can realize that Islam can be the solution of this load shedding. Islam can be the solution of the crime. Islam can be the solution of the inequalities. Because Islam itself, there is a concept of zakat, there is a concept of lillah, there is a concept of helping the poor amongst the community. So Islam is indeed a solution. What I can say is that briefly, I had an opportunity to become a councillor in our municipality in Harding. And I also became a deputy mayor. I was elected as deputy mayor in councils by the councillors. Our council consisted of 21 seats. So those councillors, all of them, elected me to become a deputy mayor. But the community in my area elected me to become a councillor. I am not here to brag or to boast about myself or anything, but I just want to bring into light the importance of trying by all means, wherever we are as Muslims, to follow the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his compassionate lifestyle, his caring lifestyle for the needy, whether poor, whatever color, black or white, but Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he is indeed the best example. Allah Ta'ala is saying, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. For you Muslims, there is indeed a best example in Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Why am I saying this? Is because after accepting Islam years ago, Alhamdulillah, I had a desire to go and learn Deen and also spread it to my community. So Alhamdulillah, I learned Islam, Alhamdulillah, then became an alim, and I was fortunate to be at the feet of Hazrat Mufti Ibrahim Desai, rahmatullah alayh. I also did the Mufti course, the Iftar course under him. Then I went back to my community, and I was involved in a lot of humanitarian work and the humanitarian work and the boreholes and asking organizations to assist in my community. So the community, last year, I was never ever involved in politics. I was never involved, but last year, 2021 elections, 2-3 months just before the election, the community came, all of them, they requested the Sheikh, in the community, we see no one who cares about the community besides you. Can you please become a counselor in our community? So, Alhamdulillah, I never had intention, I didn't want to, but they to convince me, then I became a counselor under the Al-Jamaa party. I'm not here to maybe discredit or talk any how bad about the Al-Jamaa party. It's just that 8 months down the line, I had to resign from the Al-Jamaa party, and I had to resign from the municipality because my principles and values, they were really compromised, because I was sent by the community to the municipality to fight and bring change at the municipality. Yes, we did fight so much until there was an investigation, a forensic investigation that came, and over 40 million rand of the municipality money was eaten by corrupt officials and corrupt councillors. And I was in the forefront in fighting this corruption in these 8 months. And Alhamdulillah, KZN Zuma, the Minister of Culture, came to Harding, and she addressed the matter that the money must be restored back to the municipality. And I was in the forefront of the forensic investigation, because that caused a big division and a big disagreement between me and my party, because my party at that time, they wanted me to work and vote with the ruling party. But the ruling party in our community is really destroying the community, and monies are being eaten, there's crime, there's killing, there's so much. So we had disagreements with my former party, and then I had to resign and come out. When I came out, then I went on to get on with my Islamic work as I was an imam and an ustaz. But the community came back, they said, no, Sheikh, since you have resigned in the one, we want you back again. We want you back with another party, we want you back. So it was difficult for me to choose any of these mainstream parties, because even the Al-Jamaa party, I chose it because I understood that they are a Muslim party. There will be haqq, there will be justice, there will be adada, meaning there will be justice for the entire citizens of the country, to shape Islam, to be involved, to bring ethical and values into politics and into government. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So Alhamdulillah, the S.U.N party, I joined it as a result of a call that was made to me by Haji Hidayatullah Hanekar from Cape Town. He had an interview of this nature when I was being interviewed about my role at the municipality, and then he decided that he told me that, Sheikh, we have a party that we formulated some years ago, but it has not been fortunate to get any seats, be it national, provincial, or even in local government. Can you take over the party, run the party, grow the party? And because he felt that, he believed that I had desired qualities to lead. Though I don't feel that I'm fit enough to lead. I am just warming up the seat for upright and responsible leader. But currently,
okay. All right. I have 1 or 2 questions for you before I allow you to proceed. There have been rumors, when Al-Jamaa had, and this interview is not about Al-Jamaa, it's about the S.U.N, a new political party, but I just need to, for clarification purposes, I think back in the day when Al-Jamaa was formed, a lot of people were under the impression that Al-Jamaa was a Muslim party, purely Muslim party, serving the Muslim Ummah of South Africa. But subsequent to that, over time, lots of things had happened. Party politics played out. And the leader of Al Jamaat did go on to indicate that it is not a Muslim party per se. So let us ask you this question. What does SUN stand for? Are you purely a Muslim party? What about non-Muslims then who want to join the party? How do you embrace them regarding the philosophy of the SUN party? And Alhamdulillah, I'm very pleased that there is a party such as the SUN that is coming out and saying that Islamic principles are so universal. They are for everybody, regardless of color or creed. And hopefully, with that Islamic ethos, this party can and will grow from strength to strength. Over to you,
Yes,
Sheikh.
yes, indeed, Jazakallah. What I can say is this: first of all, the name itself, SUN, it's derived from the three words, a Zulu word which is Sizwe. The S stands for Sizwe. Sizwe in Zulu is a nation. Sizwe in Zulu is a nation. And then the following letter is a U, which is Ummah. And Ummah is a nation, a society. And then the N letter at the end is nation. So SUN stands for Sizwe Ummah Nation. But yes, there's some opinions that are coming that maybe what if we say Sizwe a united nation, maybe the U must be for united, so that all communities must feel that they are accommodated, they are welcomed in the party. But we still feel that the word SUN, SizweUmmahNation, it will also have that emotional touch to the Muslim constituency and Muslim voters as well. But as you have said, that the focus is not really of the interview about the Al Jamaat party, but it is very important that we should clarify my history and the role that I've been in Al Jamaat only for 8 months, and then I left and I was a deputy mayor, but I resigned because of compromises of my values and Islamic values. I can't be compelled by the party, though I respect the party, I respect the president, but I can't be compelled to vote with the ruling party and be involved in corruption. I would rather starve rather than being known, because after all, we are Muslims. We must be accountable one day to Allah Ta'ala. So what the SUN party really stands for, first of all, is that some of our core values is non-racialism. Since we know that the country of South Africa, it is divided into different racial groupings, and we can see also our African brothers who are foreigners, and also in the park, people are coming also in the country. So the country itself, it is diverse. So now, for the country to be diverse, then you need a party also like SUN, which has a diverse concept as SizweUmmahNation. This is more like a national building project. We want to build a nation, but obviously we need upright leaders in the front. We are so fortunate that as the SUN party, people who are in the forefront of the party, alhamdulillah, this is ulama. Like, as I said myself, as the current interim leader of the party, now it helps that if ulama are in the front, we are not taking politicians as our role models. Politicians are not our role models, but the people who are role models are the Anbiya. The Anbiya, how they ruled in the ancient times. This is our moral compass that is guiding us.
Okay.
The road
All right.
So some party
Sheikh,
welcome.
let me come in there and ask you two more questions. We need to wrap up. You're talking about the Anbiya being our role models. I also want to know how, and the ulama being in the forefront, alhamdulillah, that's very noble indeed. But with how are we going to attract young voters, Muslim and non-Muslims? I'd like you to respond to that. And my final question to you is, I also understand that last week the Sun had a national elective meeting. You elected a national interim structure, and you are now ready to promote the party for the 2024 elections. Alhamdulillah, I also understand that your goal is to have representation in all 9 provinces by 2024. Will you be ready for all of that? Can you please respond? And I also hear that you're going to have a permanent structure that will be decided by all the provinces. Please do respond to those 3 very important questions before we wrap up the interview, inshallah.
Yes, currently, I'll start with the last question. Currently, we did elect a national interim structure that was done last month, which consists of Muslim leadership from Cape Town, from Joburg, and from KZN. And as well, last Sunday, this weekend, we were in KZN where we elected the provincial interim structure for KZN. So why are we having all these interim structures? Because in the beginning of the year, the first quarter of the year, next year, we want to have a national imbizo so that we can be able to elect the permanent structures that will lead us to cross the bridge in 2024. So currently we have interim structures. Why? Because we are waiting for different role players and stakeholders, even civic societies, and also to lobby the ulama fraternity to come and assist and guide just before the national elective conference next year, which will elect permanent role players in different provinces. But currently, we have agreed that the Sun Party will contest in all. Will contest in 3 main provinces, which is KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, as well as Cape Town. As a result of funding and the result of sponsorship, we may not be able to cover all 9 provinces, but we will go to all 9 provinces to encourage Muslim voters, because they are primarily the target market, because they're at a crossroads. They don't have a political home. So we want the Muslim voters to have this political home. And also, one of the plans is that so that we can encourage youth to come and vote, we have planned that we try by all means to go into Islamic media, like Salam Media and different media houses, Islamic media houses, where we can promote the message of the Sun Party, and also we'll have media briefings by the beginning of next year, so the Sun Party is marketed and there's exposure, so everyone, especially even in universities, Muslims and non-Muslims, want to do the marketing as from the beginning of next year. So we're just having final touch of meetings currently till the end of December, but by next year, that's when we want to start exposing, doing the exposure and the marketing of the party throughout the country, inshallah. I hope I have answered all the questions. If maybe there is one that I've left, you can please remind me, then I can answer it, inshallah.
No, alhamdulillah, you've answered all the questions. And were you happy at the turnout on the weekend with the elective conference and the type of people that are coming on board as far as KZN is concerned, the structure that has been planned for KZN?
Subhanallah, the turnout was very, very good. And even every day I've been thinking, for the last past 2-3 days, I've been thinking that Allah Ta'ala is great. Alhamdulillah, the turnout was good. And we have even technocrats, doctors, accountants, and ulama. But we are still encouraging, especially our respected ulama from the Indian community, to please come closer to us, and even the civic society. And there are many organizations, as well as your Minara Chamber of Commerce, your Muslim lawyers, your Muslim doctors, and many civic society and Muslim organizations that we are planning to have meetings with them, and then even in Mimbar that we encourage ulama to speak about the importance of us as Muslims to take ethical values, Islamic values to the political space of the country, because we can see the fabric of the society is completely torn apart, but the only solution is Islam. So the Muslims will be encouraged, inshallah. You'll see the buzzing of marketing of the party from next year in Mimbar everywhere, that we want Muslims to go and be part of the government and shape up the future of Islam, shape up the future of the country. This will not benefit us, but also will benefit the coming generations and secure the stability of Islam in generations to come, inshallah.
Ameen, Summa Ameen. One very last question, but I need a very short answer, please. Are women, our Muslim sisters, going to be represented on SizweUmmahNation, inshallah?
Yes, currently in the National Interim Structure, we have our sister KZN Brown from Cape Town, and we also have Auntie Queen Zamase. She's also in the national structure, and also in this KZN provincial structure. We have, alhamdulillah, our women folk who have attended, and then they've been made to also be part of the structure. If I'm not mistaken, there's 3 of them who were there at the meeting, and then they were also involved to be part of the structure. We have tried to cover race, gender, and age differences that the structure must involve all together. Alhamdulillah, women are part of the structures.
Inshallah, Ameen. May the sun, SizweUmmahNation, grow from strength to strength. Amazing initiative. Lots of du'as from all of us here. And of course, we will keep an eye on SizweUmmahNation and your progress as time goes by. Shukran very much for being with us on the show today. Keep us in your du'as, inshallah. And assalamu alaikum to you.
I mean, Jazakallah khairan for the opportunity, and to your listeners, Allah Ta'ala unites us and Allah Ta'ala use us to spread Islam in the country, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That was Sheikh Saeed Nkane, S.U.N party leader based in Harding, Natal. That brings us to 13 after 9 o'clock. And of course, our news correspondent, Zaid Jadwit, is standing by rather, with the news bulletin of the morning. Please stay with us.